What a cool shadow, you guys. That's a shadow. Look at that. That's awesome. We're not. I wasn't going to turn the camera back on. Hold on. I was just showing you that. They're all up there. I was just like like yelling, waving at them. Watch this. This is where they cross over there. Right up there is where I smelt him. And on the video, you can see him right there. He's crunched down. He's squatting. Right there. They're never worried either. Look at, and then I want to show you this. Because it shows you where to cross. 100%. Remember, I've shown, how many times have I shown you that? Thousands and thousands of times. Only with that there. You look across, it's not as blatant, but it's blatant. There's all kinds of something going on right there. That wasn't done by people. It's still growing. And all the way down. Here's where they're coming out at some point. Boom, right across. See, I know where to get him on the road. Now, is he invisible at 3 o'clock in the morning when he's doing that and there's not a human within 10 miles of here? That's a great question. I think depends on who it is. Sometimes they have a clearance thing. So when they have like times where they say it's okay to do that. I mean, absolutely, especially up there. I think most places you'd be surprised how like seldom a human is present. Like shockingly little. It's a crazy thing. Where like the next time a human will be there, the top of that hill up there, maybe never in the history of the world. You'd be surprised if you got facts like that. If God was like, hey, did you know down your street, if you walked into the woods and went 100 yards over to the left, no one has ever stood like in that 100 feet in the history of the earth. You would just assume they did, right? It's pretty cool to think about. Like, hey, I'm the only one that ever walked on this road. There's been a lot of people on this road. I was doing this one-handed. I can't help to think about. I used to say this before they were videos. I'd be like, for $1 million, would you? I've been saying that to my friends since I was a little kid. Like, you know, just immature like things. So when I zoom and I see this, like, yeah, like it's really, really beautiful. I don't know if the camera can quite, like, just how that soul like tree by itself is there. It's a real kind of a, from back here, it's real pretty looking. Like you can use your imagination, like some other world is up there. And guess what? It really, really is on the other side up there. That's weird. Looks like a white guy hanging over with his arm. It just popped possible because that's how they do it. And it's always going to be unusual. So there's like a crevice there. That's amazing. Oh yeah, I wanted to hit this spot. I can't get to it. So one of their spots are all through here, you guys. Now, if you go up this trench, right? It's a water trench, but it becomes completely maintained once you go up like a couple hundred yards, like up in there. You miss on the camera, you miss this whole flatness that goes all the way through here. I get up there. This is on video. It's my first real video of like this season. I don't know what it's called, but you'll recognize because it's this. And I filmed them back there where they have like these spiral things, vortex-like things, like a machine set up next to them. And then when that's set up, they can just stand there and your eyes. You guys, here's my opinion. This is a very serious opinion to listen to, right? About this particular thing. It's our eyes. So it's not, they do implement, but there's a lot, even so their magic can be seen, like their bubbles and stuff. Our eyes are limited. It's actually us as a whole that are limited. It's done by like God himself. It's the only way. It's how we can't see and hear, but yet think for sure that we do. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell you, I would believe that too. If I wasn't forced through 11 years of not. Look at that X. Can we see that? I gotta zoom. Wait for this. I'm gonna zoom. My guys are always over there. You guys, right here up the road. I saw him across this year. It's not the first time I've seen this. He goes immediately from his 2 legs to 4 to pretend to be a bear, and they can't do it good. It's something I don't think they want to do. I think it's part of the agreement, when they're here, is they have to, no matter what. And it doesn't matter. So even if the person is telling the story, they know all of this stuff. It's so important to know this, you guys. So I will just tell you that happened, right? I have some of it on video, actually. I go back, tell everyone about it, and they're like, oh, okay. Even if you trust me more than anyone in the world, you'll be like, well, I believe he thinks that's what happened. They know that no matter what happens when someone's there, and they'll do anything to try to avoid that, but when it happens, and it happens somewhere right now probably in the world, it's happening right now. Just like everything's happening in the world. There's one thing of everything happening right now. Someone just died, someone just got born. So isn't that crazy? Someone just this. Look, try to, you'll see. They mark this road means nothing. It just cut right through their world. These are all, as you go up here, every tree I showed you from up here is a trident lined up down the road. And then when you're up there and look down with the right sun, all it does, you can see how those shadows across the road? Well, you can't see now, but the tree shadows will just be all of these shadows up the road, all perfectly uniform, and they're all trident shadows. I filmed it. They're hiding. So I went up here, up this trench, right? I start smelling him. I'm serious. It's on the video. I smell them. I know what they smell like. And it's not that bad. It's just, any one of you would know immediately. Look at their marker. It's all like really chewed up. How does it become one? You know what I mean? It's amazing. It literally is a backwards. Oh, it doesn't. They just put it together. A lot of what they do since I've been with them is they'll be behind there. So they're set up behind. It's real flat and there's tons of real estate back there. And behind. And it probably could be standing right there too. Because as I walk up, I smell them, you guys. It's on video. So later I was like, hold on, let me look. And as I'm saying that in the video, you can see it. So if you go back to whatever my first video of the season was, YouTube would be the easiest way. And you'll see, it's not far into the video. I walk up here. I'm like, this is maintained. I remember that video really well for some reason, because it was just so blatant once you get in there. And I find their seats. Oh, that's right, their seats, which are right there. No one would know from here. I didn't know, nobody knows. Oh, hold on. It's those aspens right there. And at the base of those aspens, probably bless them, knowing where they are is, or could be, is a huge, huge help for filming. You'll never just do it by accident. Not too often. Let's see. If you're monitoring someone's camera in the forest, that's different. Absolutely. That's actually my timestamp people do. No matter what they're watching, they're going to be barely paying attention to what they're watching and listening to watching the forest. Once you're over here, there's no going back. I promise. You're here for life. Like once these guys get you, that's it. You just cannot look at the road anymore. You can't focus. You just want to know. It's godly, biblical. All that time it was being spun differently on like the internet and stuff and TV, and he's supposed to be scary, and you guys, they're really like angels. Some guy the other day on Facebook's like, you're visiting demonic forces. It's like, dude, use your imagination a little bit more. Now, first of all, I appreciate you being there. I'm not yelling at you, but just hang out. Don't make decisions. Just you'll see. I've never been back here a long time. Look, it's right here. I want to zoom up here. You know what? Before it's too late, let's do it. Because they don't think I'm going to zoom in. It's the best spot here. No matter what I do, I got something blocking me. This is the best I can get. Just want to see if anyone's out. I'll see them with my own eyes right there. That thing is built right there. Sorry, I got this. It wants to focus. I wanted to get over here to that one. Oh, I know where that corner is. See that stick right there? It's where they'll be in there. It tells them where if they have to get out of view. Remember, this is my backyard. I'm not making this up. I've been standing right here for 11 years. You know, whatever. I don't want to sound like people, like, isn't it funny, humans? I've been doing that for 50 years. You mean you went out once a summer for 50 years? Oh, that looks good. Isn't that funny? I've been hunting for 50 years. You went hunting twice at the most each year. Usually they go once on some trip, and it's always just to brag. I'm getting real tired of seeing people bragging about their kills online with big smiles on their faces. Yes, look at that. Whoa. Just so you know, if you're watching this, I think I'm going to use some of this. And I just thought, I turned the camera on just now. I'll try to keep it nice and steady for you. Look. I didn't think I would be doing this for more than like a minute. I just stopped here for a second. They're all right here. Look at this. Watch this. I really need my Patreons to come to Facebook. Just for me, please come there. It's free. It's no big deal. Just try it. It takes like a minute of your life to download it. And then I post all day long. It's like a real smart you looking back here. Across from all this. I'll tell you, it's hard to separate. Like they're all up there, right there. And they're in here too. Do those guys come down here? Do these guys go up there? Yes, they're definitely crossing based on footprints and stuff in the winter. Just wait, I'll show you incredible footprints right there. Hopefully soon. Shh, I didn't say that, darn it. He's like, oh really? It would be very, very short time. Like if you became like a woodsman and you just moved into these bushes with a tent over there. They would be all, but you have to have the knowledge. Remember, it's that simple. They know if you know. And so if you know everything about that you can about them, they'll be right there. So it's especially once you've done your time. So if you've been like sitting in the tent over there for a week, I doubt it would take that long. Probably the first night. But over time, you'd be hanging out with them. It takes time a little bit. You'd at least have some kind of, situation. This is not planned. But look at this. Look what they do right here. It's such a beautiful day, you guys. It's one of the last. Let's see if we can see in that hole up there. It doesn't necessarily look too recent, like they just did it like recently, but it's this. Like I said, oh, wow, look at that old pine tree. There's not many that big here. That's a big one. Just something to zoom on. Looks like something they made or something. Definitely looks like theirs. It's at their seats. That's their seats. Well, the seats are behind that. Everything's a white trident up there. You'll see their structures are sideways. It's impossible because it's straight, goes straight up. It's like an 80-degree angle right there. Almost 90. It's like crazy steep. The structures are all over it. They'll be right there too. Especially that way right there. It's actually that forest way up there, so right in there is where I saw the bear. Not far, it could easily happen here. Many times you ever hear people explain to you, like, I was completely calm, because it was done to you. There's some weirdness right here. Look how packed down this is. Ooh, this is done. It's too much. There's a hole there. Strange. Land of the Misfits is on the other side of that hill. All right, over now. Look how it just becomes them. It's amazing, isn't it? Whew. Anyone that thinks what I do is easy, I'll trade jobs with you. I don't care what you do, how hard it is. You do my job for just a week or two. Besides the coming out here going, this is so awesome. Okay, so after that novelty wears off, you tell me whose job is harder. On Facebook. There's a whole new crew on Facebook. And hi to those guys if they see this. I noticed there's always a trident there, but look what they did this year. I just saw it for the first time. So they must have done that recently. Right there. It's for them. They know. Remember, please, it doesn't always have to impress us. Leave that up to me. I will always go out of my way to find things to impress you in this with them. But to learn and to do it right, don't be trying to be blown away all the time. You're still trying to convince yourself. I'm still trying to convince. Like, it's just, we're way beyond that. I've seen, you know how many times I've seen these guys with my own eyes, and then you go home and there's someone like, that's how you know about there's real people and there's not. If every woman is real, the whole world would be like, oh my God, tell us more about it. The world's been infiltrated. You guys, I know it's all there. No, it's not a big secret of how it all changed in the zoom to their spot, but the problem with it is it's way up. So I'm just hoping I just like get something by chance. But that's there, right there. I film it for you guys on the ground there. It's right there. And of course, out of sight, right? Completely. I mean, this is a rant. You can see my shadow. Like what you have to do to even just see that, and then you have to have a camera. So it's they're pretty secure right there. What is that? No way. Guys, I filmed their bubbles over there. If that's a shadow, I'll buy it. But what? Like that's a shadow. Okay, maybe they are shadows. Look at that. It's quite a shadow. That's crazy. So I can't see. You remember when someone's? If you ever see someone doing this, is that a trident? Oh no. If you ever see someone doing this, is because I have limited view. You know, like I can see what's going. Like I know what I'm zooming on, but I can't get detail. And in my eye, it looks like sort of like a trident type tree, like the type of thing we film near. And it seems like a very solid like shadow. Those are shadows. They don't look like Bigfoots. Why is that so solid? It's actually where I filmed them before. While I was walking there, it wasn't anything like that, but it was. By the way, if that is legit, it's not. That's not a being. It's I call them bubbles. They come out as shadows a lot to us. Can't see anything. Oops. Darn it. Seat right there. That's how they do it. People will just go right by. There's a path there. It's not heavily used, but I would say, I think almost every day someone goes up that path. You'll see like rock stackings and... Man, today is not a good day to film there because everything looks like they are shadows, I believe, and they all look like some beings. All right, over now. I started this because there was supposed to be a weather balloon, like not a weather balloon, but some kind of unexplained balloon monitoring our skies here. It was posted by like some guy on Eagle County Classifieds. You can even go look. If you guys want to see what I see, like, well, I mean, it's not like I monitor it, but, you know, it's like our local Facebook. So, you know, what's for sale, people, you know, the different categories. And this guy posted the video. You could see it, but he couldn't figure out how to use his phone. Over now. That's the first thing you see. It's because they dug the campsite out right into their world. It's surrounded by gigantic magic. They're magic boulders, every single one of them. And they tell you that they're magic. This could be a good time because camping's closed. And it's just me. I believe that. It's a real fire, not a fake fire. Ooh, it's a little chilly in here. No sun over here. That's not what she said. There's something on top of the boulder. Of course there is a tree on top of the boulder. Wow. You can see the mulch that surrounds it. There's like a walkway of mulch always around all the boulders. Oh my goodness, they did that. Look at that. Ah, no! Those are my Oakleys. They're Nick's Oakleys that he's never getting back. They did that. Yes. Look at that. And then look at the giant boulder behind it. Because the things that I've done here and filmed and seen is insane. at night. I just posted night from in here recently. That's what made me kind of want to stop by here. So the last time I was in that forest was with Brandon, like years ago. Good thing I pulled this camera out. It was still running in my pocket. I have so many of those that where you can hear me, like, is the most genuine state you'll ever hear with me with them, because it's not, I think I end up deleting them, but like I have one just now. I don't want to play it because no one appreciates what I do. So, but I would show you me talking to them when I had no idea you were listening, or anybody for that matter. And I'm embarrassed in no way, shape, or form. What I do is the most special thing in the world. If you're home in your underwear or playing video games, I really, really, really would stop feeling cool and self-justifying yourself. You are failing the test of life. I don't think I'm gonna go. I'm just checking things out. I'm glad I did just for that. Look, that's what it looks like from here. It looks to me, if I had to make something up, that some of the small ones created a situation where they could sit there while people were here, because people will be here a lot. And they were in here set up. So their camp is here, cars are here, they know they're not gonna walk on top of the boulder, right? You'd have to go all the way around. In my opinion, someone put that there. That's what that is. They were sitting right there watching, the tent was there, and watching this whole situation, especially at nighttime. Possibly in the day while they're there. Once those sticks are there, you cannot see them, okay? You could, actually they will show up, so if you turned real fast, the thing is they'll know that you were thinking about to do it. But if you were to turn by accident with a flashlight and a camera, you'd probably get them. You'd get their eyes, it would light up. They can't avoid it. That's why it's one of the ways you can tell if a video is real when you're seeing all these night videos coming out of other countries. If the eyes are lit up, it's not AI. AI can't do that. I have witnessed this with my own eyes many times, right in real time with them. Not only that, but I got to watch them turn red. That's a certain being, though. That's not all of them. That's one of the big ones. They turn red when he's influencing you. Craziest thing, you guys. I have it on video, but mostly just, it's the reason I do this. That's what all parlayed into me literally being the founder of their system and the unseen world itself. Proved for 100% fact that it exists. About 10,000 times. And that's it. I gotta leave because you guys don't want to go any further. You hear that? You guys, that's a wood knock. Oh, it's a woodpecker, sorry. I have this on. Why isn't it coming on? That's why I couldn't hear. It was like, it goes like this on, and you can't hear. It was distinct. It was like boom. It didn't sound like them, but there was no way anything else out here could make that noise. Except. New camera, you guys. This is the last time with this camera. Where'd he go? These woodpeckers are always right in here. The last time I was standing right here doing this, the same thing happened. I think he lives right here. There he is. Good boy. Look, my camera's freaking out. He's like, how come I can't have a best friend like the internet? I'm the best guy there is for that. Like, why doesn't the little baby come out of the woods now? Why does it happen to all these other people? I want a special animal that I can save and raise. Why doesn't God send me one? I'm right here waiting. You know? There he comes. What's going on? I go, what's going on? He goes, hey, and turns around. Complete. This is the problem with our world. This is what our world has become. That. Someone that only cares about themselves, has 6 houses, $20,000 bicycles, and thinks because of that, he's going to look down on you. He thinks he's better than you. That's what that's what Satan did to the world. That's literally what he did. He made you want a Lamborghini instead of praising God. Here is where you're failing your test. This is not, the rest of the world just believes this. I know it for a fact. It's an amazing thing. It was moving, and then I started yelling. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm telling you, I know because of how many times that they're taught that if they think that you see them, to stop immediately and never move no matter what happens.